Here's the answer to this test number 3 in the gas codes. Okay, number 1, how much air is needed to burn 1,000 BTUs of gas without excess air? That's 10 cubic feet. Number 2, the manifold pressure of natural gas is, and this is kind of an old one, but they still use it a lot. 2 to 4 inches water column is, now this is manifold pressure. Sometimes you'll have 2-stage that will be lower than that, but they're usually 3.5 or something close to that for the 2nd stage manifold. It'll be probably 3.5 on most furnaces for the 2nd stage heat. What is the permissible pressure drop between the meter and the appliance? This is going to be pressure drop in the field installed gas piping. And of all these here, the only one that fits is 0.5 inches water column. There may be some areas that say 0.3 inches of water column, but this answer A is actually 3 inches, not 3/10 of an inch. So it is 5/10 of an inch water column. If the gas pilot goes out on equipment of less than 400,000 BTUs, the pilot safety should shut off the gas to the main burner within 3 minutes. Now this is kind of antique stuff sometimes. We don't do that much anymore, but those are still legal, and it's a 3-minute pilot safety. Okay, a correctly adjusted natural gas flame is blue. Now this is not propane. Propane will have yellow tips, but it should be blue. Does the pilot burn continuously when using a spark igniter? Well, I guess that's fairly obvious. We've got a yes and no there. It is no. Spark igniter is an ignition system that uses an interrupted pilot so we don't waste the fuel burning the pilot light. So it would be no. Number 7, the purpose of the current type standing pilot is to heat the thermocouple, ignite the main burner, generate a millivoltage. It's all of those things. It does heat the thermocouple, which produces a millivoltage. It also ignites the main burner, so it does all those things. Number 8, the output voltage of a thermocouple may be as high as 30. Now this is a thermocouple, not a thermopile. So it would be 30 millivolts. The gas cock should be located within 6 feet of the appliance, between the meter and the union, and in the same room as the appliance. All those things have to be there. It has to be obviously between the meter and the union, so that you could shut off the appliance and break the union, and in the same room as the appliance for safety issues. We used to say within 3 feet of the appliance. That's not true anymore. The IFGC says 6 feet. 10. Pilot safety is used to shut down the gas flow if the pilot is not present. It doesn't control space temperature or provide high temperature protection, but its primary use is to shut down gas flow if there is no pilot. Excess air in combustion is more air than is needed for complete combustion. And I think I've talked about this a little before. You have to have more than that 10 cubic foot to 1,000 BTUs. You simply just have to have more, because the combustion is never going to be complete without excess air. Excess air is not the air used to supply draft hood air. Now, a lot of you guys don't even know what a draft hood is. A lot of the water heaters still use draft hoods, but furnaces used to use them. 12. Which moves gas to several burner units in a low pressure system? Okay, it's a manifold. It's just a pipe with orifices in it that point towards the burners. I'm not sure what a multiple feeder is. Thermopile, of course, is a system that operates the gas valve and provides pilot safety without any outside power. And the spud is actually the orifice that's in the manifold. 13. What is the maximum allowable percentage above the rated BTUs at which a gas furnace can be safely operated? Talk to any codes people and they will say 0. Now, yeah, it's not always going to be right on the money, and it's pretty hard to get it just exact. But that is the code. 14. All air from inside the building, air for combustion, must be at least 1 square inch per 1,000 BTUs. Now, I'm going to do these combustion air calculations here one of these days, and I'll illustrate that. But you have all 4 of these numbers are numbers that are used for different applications. All air from inside the building is going to be 1 square inch per 1,000 BTUs. 15. The number of BTUs in a cubic foot of gas, natural gas, is 1,000 BTUs. Now this does vary sometimes with different locations, but for the most part it's going to be 1,000 BTUs. Minimum clearance in front of a gas furnace is 30 inches. That would be called service clearance also. So that's it on that one. Hope you got them all right.